They bullied my autistic brother until he tried to end his life, so I orchestrated their social destruction. The generals were these 4 rich seniors at my brother Sam's school who got their kicks from torturing special needs students. They'd hide Sam's noise-canceling headphones right before fire drills and rearrange all his color-coded binders when he wasn't looking. They even forced him to sit in different cafeteria seats every single day. Sam was 16 and needed his routines to function, but these kids had been destroying autistic students' safe spaces for 2 years. As weeks passed, the generals escalated their cruelty beyond simple routine disruption. They hid Sam's weighted blanket and switched his locker combination daily. They rearranged his backpack while he was in class. The public humiliation began with fake profiles and fire alarms during his quiet time. Their autism bingo cards mocked every single one of his behaviors. Whenever anyone confronted them, they'd claim the autistic kids were overreacting or making things up. Other students wanted to help, but the generals threatened anyone who tried. When I went to counselor Mrs. Hartwell, she waved me off completely. Boys will be boys. Your brother needs to learn to adapt to the real world, she said while checking her phone. Sam told me about a parent meeting where the general's parents suggested he transfer schools. Each general had a specific role in their cruel system. One planned all the schemes, while another handled physical intimidation. The third managed their cyber harassment campaign, and the last charmed all adults. They worked like a well-oiled machine of cruelty. I discovered they'd already driven 3 other special needs students to transfer schools. Sam was supposed to be number 4 on their list. Everything exploded on Sam's birthday when they destroyed his 2-year weather station project. They forced him to stand outside in rain without his sensory protection gear. Then they told him to transfer schools, or they'd release his meltdown compilation. That night I found Sam in our garage with an extension cord. He'd written a detailed note documenting everything with dates and times. His autistic attention to detail had recorded every single incident. The hospital kept him for a week, and he came home nonverbal. I sat in his hospital room watching him rock silently back and forth. The system protected the generals because their parents had money and connections. That's when something inside me went cold and calculating instead of angry. These kids had taught me to be systematic with their cruelty. I'd show them what real strategy looked like. I used my aunt's address to enroll at their elite private school that fall. My cover was simple: helpful transfer student obsessed with academic success. I tutored struggling students and joined every academic club they attended. Nobody suspected I had a brother because I kept my personal life hidden. For 3 months, I studied the generals like lab specimens. The planner's weakness was his desperate need for Ivy League early admission. The enforcer couldn't afford to lose his football scholarship over bad grades. The techie's whole identity depended on his upcoming internship at daddy's company. The face needed a clean record for his family's political ambitions. Getting close was easy once I offered college application help. These entitled kids loved having someone do their work. During our study sessions, I collected evidence of every shortcut they took. I documented their cheating methods and policy violations carefully. They never suspected the quiet tutor was building their destruction. The planner crashed first when I discovered his plagiarized essays during group review. I submitted anonymous tips to admissions with proof from 3 international sources. His early admission got revoked during his celebration dinner. His parents watched him sob as guests asked what happened. The enforcer maintained grades through a cheating ring I'd carefully mapped out. I arranged for surprise academic integrity testing during his recruitment visit. He failed spectacularly while 5 scouts watched. He stood frozen as they walked out before halftime. His scholarship offers vanished within days. The techie's internship relied on coding projects stolen from students he tutored. I recognized code from kids I'd helped and contacted the original creators. They sent documentation to his parents' company about the intellectual property theft. The CEO called security when he recognized stolen code during the presentation. The techie went pale as 50 employees watched him get escorted out. The face's family had campaign season approaching when a journalist received testimonies. Every special needs student the generals tortured had provided written statements. The statements matched Sam's detailed notes perfectly. His parents withdrew from the race as questions about their son mounted. At their final meeting, I watched them commiserate about their ruined futures. I mentioned casually that my brother once had a weather station. Their faces changed as they connected all the dots. My brother documents everything: dates, times, weather conditions. I said calmly, "It's an autism thing. Guess you should have let him keep his patterns." The generals scattered to different schools with ruined reputations following them. Sam returned to school under new anti-bullying protocols. He rebuilt his weather station and monitors campus climate daily. We discuss patterns monthly. The forecast stays clear without storm systems.